Eberechi's transfer to Arsenal raises the stakes for Mikel Arteta after £738 million spending spree. Arsenal fans are living the transfer window dream, but with it comes mounting pressure for Mikel Arteta to deliver. Eberechi is set to become the third player this summer signed for over £50 million, joining the Gunners from Crystal Palace in the coming days. While it's unlikely he'll feature against Leeds United this Saturday, the moment he steps onto the Emirates pitch, he'll instantly become a beacon of hope and creativity for the team. If a player like Ease, whose skills dazzle and whose flair excites, can't be showcased and celebrated, then what's the point? Arsenal has long been craving a player of his caliber, and finally, they've found one. Sure, Victor Gyökeres and Martin Zubimendi bring value and are needed reinforcements, but Ease is a different kind of game-changer altogether. Looking back, Arsenal could realistically have clinched the title last season if only they'd stayed fit for longer. This isn't a squad in need of a complete overhaul, just a bit of fine-tuning. Bukayo Saka, when at his best, is championship quality. Martin Odegaard, before his injury, was pulling the team forward. The defence holds strong enough to compete on any stage. But the glaring weak spot was the left wing. Gabriel Martinelli, despite his talent, has struggled for consistency, and others have lost their spark compared to last season or the style of 2 years ago. There was no need to panic or throw away progress. Even Kai Havertz, often unfairly criticised but a proven Premier League performer, could have kept the pressure on top clubs if not sidelined for 4 months. On paper, Arsenal just needed a few quality additions to strengthen key areas lacking depth. Now, that puzzle is complete. There's a reliable backup centre-back, full-backs aplenty for Arteta to choose from, and Christian Norgard solid in midfield. Noni Madueke, Leandro Trossard, Ethan Nwaneri, and Martinelli provide ample support on the wings for Ease and Saka. Even Mikel Merino in attack suddenly looks more comfortable. For Arsenal and Arteta, this summer has been exactly what they needed. With Ease's arrival, 6 of the 9 most expensive signings in Arsenal's history have been made in just the past 2 years. Since summer 2023 alone, the club has invested roughly £550 million in new talent. To put that in perspective, Manchester City has spent about £590 million during the same period, and they've won the Premier League twice in that time. City has also generated far more revenue from player sales, raking in £290 million compared to Arsenal's £140 million. Although Arsenal's figures might rise slightly before the window closes, the gap remains significant, especially if City's star player, Savigno, leaves Manchester. In other words, City's net spend since summer 2023 is notably lower than Arsenal's, yet their success has been far greater. That's the conversation now. Arsenal are stepping into elite company, but unlike City and Guardiola, who built on a strong foundation, Arsenal has had to essentially rebuild from scratch. Looking back to when Arteta arrived, City had just completed a record-breaking 100-point season. Adjusted for inflation, City's spending since January 2020, Arteta's first transfer window, is around £990 million. Arsenal's spending stands close behind at £930 million, including key players like Thomas Partey, Gabriel Magalhaes, Aaron Ramsdale, and Ben White, though not including Nicolas Pepe or William Saliba. But here's where the numbers truly bite. City has recouped nearly £570 million in player sales since 2020, lowering their net spend to around £420 million. Arsenal, by contrast, has sold just under £192 million in players, leaving a hefty net spend of £738 million. That massive difference fuels growing expectations and pressure to bring home trophies. It's important to remember, City didn't face the cultural or sporting reset Arsenal endured. But with massive backing from Edu Gaspar and now Andrea Berta, Arteta has few excuses. This reality has created a tense atmosphere among fans. Arsenal's margins for error are razor-thin. The pressure has shifted, the emotional stakes have risen. Yet, the optimism surrounding this summer's work, and now the arrival of Ease alongside one of the most coveted forwards in Europe, could flip the narrative for good. Arteta knows this is his moment. With the club's unprecedented investment and his ideal summer nearly complete, there's no hiding from the expectations. Ease is a blessing, a shining opportunity to maximize this new era of Arsenal. But with that comes the spotlight, and all the scrutiny that follows. Ease's arrival not only strengthens Arsenal's squad but also sends a clear message to the Premier League in Europe. Arsenal is serious about challenging for major honours again. His blend of creativity, agility, and vision will bring a fresh spark to Arteta's tactical setup, giving the Gunners more unpredictability and firepower in attack. However, with great investment comes increased scrutiny. The spotlight will now intensify on Arteta and his coaching staff to integrate ease seamlessly while managing the expectations of fans and critics alike. Every move on the pitch will be analysed, and the pressure to translate this summer's heavy spending into tangible success, whether silverware or consistent top-four finishes, has never been higher. For Crystal Palace, the departure of ease marks a transitional phase. Losing a star player amid a critical phase of their European ambitions is undoubtedly a setback, but the transfer fee offers them resources to rebuild and reinforce. The club's approach to balancing European competition with squad evolution will be closely watched, as they look to maintain their progress despite the loss. Meanwhile, the North London rivalry between Arsenal and Tottenham takes on a new dimension. Ease was reportedly close to joining Spurs before Arsenal's late intervention, a twist that adds fuel to the fierce competition between the two clubs. Arsenal fans will relish this psychological victory, while Spurs are left reconsidering their transfer strategies to avoid being outmaneuvered in the future. The broader football world will also observe how this transfer shapes the Premier League landscape. Arsenal's willingness to back Arteta with such significant investment could inspire other clubs to follow suit, escalating the arms race in one of the most competitive leagues in the world. Looking ahead, the true test for ease will be how quickly he adapts to Arsenal's system and pressure. If he can hit the ground running, his impact could be transformative, not only boosting Arsenal's title hopes but also restoring their status as one of England's elite. As the transfer window edges toward its close, all eyes will be on the Emirates Stadium. Will Ease's arrival mark the turning point in Arsenal's quest for glory? Or will the weight of expectations prove too heavy? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain. This summer's business has changed the narrative, and the stakes, forever. When could Eberechi Eze make his Arsenal debut after the dramatic transfer tug-of-war with Tottenham? Transfer news from Arsenal. Eberechi Eze has chosen the red side of North London over Tottenham just days before the second weekend of the Premier League season. Arsenal is now poised to secure the signing of one of the Premier League's most exciting talents, following a summer-long saga that saw twists, turns, and a late sprint to victory for Mikel Arteta's side. On Wednesday afternoon, Tottenham appeared to be in the driver's seat, having agreed on a deal worth around £68 million, matching the winger's recent release clause. But Arsenal's plans changed dramatically after Kai Havertz's injury opened the door for reinforcements. Eze had been linked with Arsenal early on, and once the Gunners reignited their interest, the 27-year-old made his decision to join the red half of North London instead. Arsenal matched Crystal Palace's valuation, and now Eze is set to become one of the latest high-profile signings under the guidance of new sporting director Andrea Berta. With his Premier League experience and impressive track record playing both as a left winger and a No.10, Eze is expected to slot into Arteta's 4-3-3 setup. He will compete for the left-wing spot alongside Gabriel Martinelli and provide vital cover for Martin Odegaard in the central attacking midfield role when needed. There's even a chance Eze could make his debut as soon as Saturday night. If all goes smoothly, he could be unveiled to the Emirates crowd in the match against Leeds United. However, Crystal Palace wanted to hold on to him for their Conference League playoff clash against Fredrikstad on Thursday, a decision that could slightly delay Arsenal's plans. Eze is scheduled to undergo his medical on Friday, which means it's unlikely he'll be registered in time to play that same day. With the Conference League match coming first, there's a tight deadline for all parties to finalise the paperwork. Should he be cleared, Eze would likely step onto the pitch without having trained with his new teammates, making an immediate appearance unlikely. Despite the transfer buzz, Eze fully participated in Crystal Palace's pre-season under Oliver Glasner, playing multiple friendlies and staying in peak condition. His standout performance during the season opener at Stamford Bridge, where he outshone opponents like Cole Palmer, showed his match fit and ready to contribute. Even though his stunning free-kick goal was disallowed, Eze's impact was clear and gave Arsenal fans hope that he can make an instant difference, even if he's still adapting to Arteta's style. If he doesn't feature against Leeds, that could actually build excitement for his first home appearance. But the real test comes soon after, with a trip to Anfield on Sunday, August 31st, a daunting challenge for any debutant. Following that, there will be a 2-week international break, giving Eze ample time to settle in and fully integrate into the team. When he returns, he'll be more than ready to make a lasting impression for Arsenal. Eze's signing represents more than just a tactical boost for Arsenal. It signals the club's intent to compete at the very highest level. His flair, creativity, and Premier League experience fill a crucial gap in Arsenal's attacking arsenal, especially after the unexpected setback with Havertz's injury. Fans and pundits alike are eager to see how Arteta will incorporate Eze's unique skill set into his evolving system. The transfer saga also sparked fierce debate among supporters of both Arsenal and Tottenham. Spurs fans were left frustrated after being so close to landing a player of Eze's caliber, highlighting the intense rivalry between the North London clubs both on and off the pitch. For Arsenal, securing Eze not only boosts their squad depth but also delivers a psychological win in this ever-heated local derby. From a Crystal Palace perspective, losing a key player like Eze before a crucial phase of their European campaign is a tough blow. Their ambitions in the Conference League will now hinge on how well the squad adapts and whether they can bring in adequate reinforcements. The sizable transfer fee, however, offers Palace financial flexibility to rebuild and strengthen elsewhere. For Arsenal, the financial commitment behind Eze, estimated at around £68 million, reflects the club's determination to back Arteta's vision. Yet, with this heavy investment comes pressure. The Emirates faithful expect immediate impact and tangible results. Every performance will be scrutinized, and Arteta's ability to integrate Eze quickly while maintaining team chemistry will be crucial to Arsenal's aspirations this season. Looking ahead, Eze's debut could serve as a turning point for Arsenal's campaign. If he hits the ground running, his creativity and dynamism could unlock defenses and offer new dimensions to Arsenal's attack, complementing players like Martinelli, Saka, and Odegaard. His versatility also provides Arteta with tactical flexibility, allowing the team to adapt mid-game and exploit different attacking angles. Moreover, Eze's arrival adds fresh excitement and hope to the Emirates Stadium atmosphere, energizing fans hungry for success and silverware after years of rebuilding. The upcoming weeks will be critical, not just in terms of results on the pitch but also in managing expectations and maintaining momentum. In the broader Premier League context, Arsenal's bold move signals their intent to challenge the dominance of Manchester City and Liverpool. With such significant investment, the pressure is on for Arsenal to not just compete, but to push for trophies and restore their place among England's elite. As the transfer window draws to a close, all eyes will be on how quickly Eze adapts and how Arteta shapes his squad around this exciting new talent. The journey has just begun, but one thing is clear: Eberechi Eze's move to Arsenal is set to be one of the defining stories of the season.